We are bringing Tillamook in 3, 2, 1. You're listening to the Guardian Hub.
You're listening to the Guardian Hub.
You're listening to the Guardian Hub.
You are listening to the Guardian Hub. The best
hub on the net.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to episode 261 of the Guardian Hub podcast, where we are not sponsored by Tillamook, but hey, that would be fun if we are. We're here to talk about ice cream from our pre-show, Bluebell versus Tillamook versus all these interesting brands that people can only get certain areas. If you're not listening, if you did not hear that, that's because you missed the pre-show. What are you doing? Get in here most every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. But how's everyone doing tonight? Sin, have you had any
magical
before?
Probably not.
Have you had any Bluebell before?
Bluebell, yes.
Nice. I'm jealous.
Makes me want ice cream now. I definitely want ice cream now. Thanks.
Kato, how you doing? You've had the Bluebell, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking at this map you posted. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely in my area.
Yeah. Nice. We got RNG also tonight. How you doing?
I'm good.
You doing
It's
good?
all over my state.
Yeah.
Covered from west to east.
I know. I think I also
I've had
saw,
Bluebell.
I don't know if they started in Texas, but I guess they have a factory in both Texas and Alabama. So
I do believe it started in Texas. I don't know.
Okay.
Hold on.
But regardless, it's kind of in that south area with a little bit of expansion here and there. You too, if you want to see the chart, you can always go back and check out our chat for the live channel. Even if we're not live, you can still go into it and read the previous chat. So if you're ever bored one day, feel free and do that.
So, 1907 in Brenham, Texas.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, real quick. What's everyone's favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh,
Cookie dough.
Did you say Snooky dough?
What is
Cookie dough.
God, I know what mine is, and I just completely forgot. I can see it. I just can't remember the name of
Let's
it.
try this again. What's going on, guys?
Oh, hey, Rodimus. You're alive.
I am barely alive.
Do you need some ice cream to wake you up?
No.
Cherry vanilla is my favorite.
To be honest with you, I almost thought about just rolling back over and going to bed.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a week, let me tell you.
Oh, sorry to hear about that. If I could DoorDash you some ice cream right now, I would.
No, don't waste your money.
Okay.
you don't like you don't like ice cream? Right.
Not sure if I will be awake by the time it gets here.
Okay. Well, in theory, if I could teleport to you some right now, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, favorite. Do you have Kato, Rodimus, a favorite flavor of ice cream?
There's so many to choose from.
See,
There is.
here's the problem. I can't consume a bunch of dairy, so I don't really eat that much ice cream.
Oh, same, yeah.
So, but there was one that Brahms, which is the place I was talking about before the show. They had it's pretty much just vanilla ice cream with the Hershey's Gold Bar in it. You ever had one of those?
No.
It's like a caramel chocolate with pretzel bits in it.
Yeah, I've had one. I know what you're
Oh
talking about.
man, it was so good. And the ice cream, like, oh, so good.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I've been more on a
As for-
custard kick lately, since the custard stand opened up by work. So I usually get the vanilla chocolate twist cone custard.
Yeah.
So I've been doing
Yeah, we
that.
have.
So
We have some good custard places around here too, for sure. And typically, I like frozen yogurt better than ice cream, and then probably custard better than ice cream too. But
When's the last time you went somewhere and got frozen yogurt? It's like they were all the rage and like
I
they've died
know
out.
they have died out, but I still personally do like it. The last time was within the last year, but you're right. People don't tend to go as often,
Yeah.
and there's not as many places.
what was it, TCBY or whatever they were called?
I mean, yeah, we had those, but like there were so many places growing up, especially in California, that we never went there much. But there was like better, like little local places and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like locals better.
Yeah. For me, it's a toss-up. I'm going to cheat and say 2, but I've always, and this may be weird to a lot of people, but my mom got me hooked on it, but pistachio. I've always liked that one.
Ooh, that is a good choice.
Okay, so a lot of times people are like, but
Definitely
I don't
good
know.
choice.
Pistachio's pretty good.
That's a pretty good choice.
Okay, I'm getting good company then. And then anything coffee, but the reason why I'm not really counting that is because you can kind of get that anyways with Starbucks fraps or things like that. But I like also like
It's different.
flavored ice cream. Just because I love coffee.
The other thing for me, we have a Culver's by work, so like the concrete mixers are something that you can go to pretty regularly, and they give us 10% off, which is nice.
So we have a Culver's right next to a Nielsen's, and Nielsen's is a local custard place. So we'll usually go to Nielsen's because it's just a titch better, but Culver's is really, really good also.
How do you guys feel about gelato?
To me, that was always a little overrated because when I tried it before, it was always a lot more expensive, and it didn't taste that much different to me than like a sorbet or something. So I didn't really care. Yep.
The only thing I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever had it, so I couldn't give you an honest opinion.
And I've been more into Italian ice lately, or Wooder ice, as
Danger
would say.
Wooder.
We call it Italian ice here, though.
I'll definitely give him some shit on Tuesday for it.
Yeah. Please, if you're listening to this, Danger, let us know you heard that.
Oh, he will.
All right. Well, fun little food talk there. And I put my vote in for naming our Utah NHL team. Votes are starting yesterday, and they go through the 22nd, and then they're going to narrow it down with another bracket vote.
They were just talking about that on my sports radio today. So when I was on lunch.
Yeah, they're going to, even though we'll have a name selected maybe within the next month or so, the first year they're still just going to be going by Utah, just Utah only, because even when they pick the name, it takes lots of time to do the marketing to create the jerseys and all the
trademarks and all that.
The trademarks, yeah. But it really is going to come down to Yetis or Blizzard, and I hope it goes with Yetis.
I haven't looked, but I guess the Caribou looks. They said, was there designs when you can pick them at all, or no? Or just names?
Not on the page that I voted on. Just names so far. Caribou, no.
I don't know.
So,
weird.
Before we get too far off the ice cream topic,
yes.
Chocolate chip mint.
You can limp it.
Yes or no?
No.
Not for me, because I don't like hard cold chocolate.
In moderation.
I don't like the mint part of it.
That's the moderation part.
No.
Actually, I take that back. It depends on how it's mixed. I don't like big chunks. If it's like smaller freckles of chocolate within it, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's the big chunks and it's so hard to bite down, I don't like that. That makes it
like an Andre's mint.
It's got to be like the right mix of the chocolate. It needs to be like slivers of chocolate in with it, not like chunks.
Yeah.
I do like it though. I wouldn't pass that down. So
it's this campground we go to every summer at the beach. It's not Bluebell. I can't remember what ice cream they got, but they have cherry vanilla. It's got and I don't think it's Blue Bunny either. I can't remember, but it's got actually pieces of cherry in it, like the maraschino cherries. in it with the. Oh my god, I love it.
Nice.
Every time we get ice cream at night when we're going around the campground, that's why I don't change. If they ain't got it, I just don't get ice cream. I'm like, if you ain't got that
Get
flavor,
the same thing.
Yep. I'm like, I'm not changing.
Funny enough, what the custard I usually get, because they don't have like pistachio or coffee flavored ones at this one local place. They probably don't have coffee ones because they're very Mormon-y. But anyways, the custard I usually get there is macadamia coconut. And that's pretty good. They put like really good pieces of macadamia nut in it. So
Nice.
It's expensive though.
You said coconut. That's turned me off right there.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like coconut.
Doesn't like the taste of it.
Yeah, but I freaking love coconut. Everything. Everything. I mean, I'm not going to be chewing like dried cooked coconut. Like that gets a little dry and grimy in your mouth, but I still like the flavor. I like it mixed into stuff. And like a coconut mixed drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coconut rum.
Coconut flavor's fine. It's the texture of like some things with coconut. It's just like, nah. Good.
That's usually what turns people off from them.
All right, so we did ice cream talk. We did what else? Hey, what are we doing in Destiny?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, Rodimus. Thank you
You're welcome
for that lovely glowing report.
No, I've been too damn busy at work to do anything.
Oh, fair. I know. I mean, it's not. We haven't played with you recently, as of in last week, and we probably was it before our last podcast?
Yeah, no, I haven't played it all this week. I signed in once to collect my bright dust to make sure I get that, and that was about it. I've been playing a different game right now, so it's the time that I do have.
Everyone remember to do the Archie quests if you care, because they go away each week for that.
I'm doing that
quest
here in a few minutes after I make my dinner.
And me and Kato did that Tuesday night when I remembered
your
it.
bright dust. Do the Archie quest. I mean, those take like 5-10 minutes total, if anything.
Yeah.
I forgot to do the Archie.
And also, big news, they are dropping daily your first activity of the day, whatever season. If you have any red border weapons you're missing, I'm not going to go through the whole list here unless someone else has it pulled up, but you can get a guaranteed red border drop. So
in the last 4 seasons.
The last 4 seasons, the whole last year's worth of content.
Yep.
Let's say you're missing something from, I'll just say this season of the Witch, for example, but you can go any of the seasons back for the last year, do that activity that was made for that season. They put a list up if you're not sure. And that first activity you do of the day will guarantee drop a red border weapon, and then you can come back the next day and do it again.
Yeah.
They're trying to get us to play daily.
I've almost got 10 exotic engrams built up now.
Nice.
7.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been working on that a little bit too. I got 5.
I got 2 to drop when me and Kato were playing the new maps in PvP lesson on Tuesday. I ranked up and 2 of them dropped at once. I was like, okay.
We did some raiding last night, Sin and Kato.
We did.
Did you raiding or did you do Pantheon?
We did Pantheon raiding.
Okay.
Same thing.
Did you guys get a time trial?
Raiding.
No.
All but 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got the emblem.
Nice.
It's our pre-group. And then, we've had our normal things scheduled for the weekend, but we get anxious. We have fun wanting to go into it early and check it out. And that we did, and we got it done.
How was Orcs?
Yeah, good.
I really like the changes they did to Oryx. Like, it gets so hectic, but it's just so much fun. Like, there's never like, oh, I'm just standing here waiting for the ogre to spawn or the light eater to spawn. It's like you are always moving, you are always shooting. There's always something.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So basically, you take down your ogre, and normally if the light eater knight come towards it, well, they spawn again each round of people going on plates.
Oh.
So You got to keep your head on a swivel. And you're right, Kato. That makes it very lively because as we are
Mhm.
getting torn, whoever is getting torn on whatever side of the arena, people have to have their head on a swivel to help out with watching for the Light Eater Knights. It's not just, oh, I'm just assigned mine. No, everyone should be helping out everywhere.
Yep.
Or else you may fail.
And communication's even more important than just a regular raid because it's like calling out that you're torn or that there's a knight at L2 or R1 or whatever. It's like it's very, very important to communicate.
Sounds fun.
Other changes are if you go into the Thunderdome, there are 2 orc shadows. Not a big deal.
I can say the first one, it really doesn't do anything. Sits there and says hi.
Yeah. I mean,
The other change,
if they're not really good, maybe maybe they wouldn't have gotten to there. But if they're not really good, I could see potentially failing on the 2 orcs.
Yeah.
But the other change, talk about that, Kato.
Man, I was not expecting it. And if you're lucky, most teams won't even get it. I hope you don't get it because it was rough. But bombs continuously spawn until all the knights are dead. They're not on a timer this time.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
if you don't take out the knights, it'll wipe you eventually. Like you can't just sit there forever, obviously. You got to do something. You got to take that. But also if you're super slow taking the knights down, which happened to us the first time because we weren't prepared for some things. And I think someone was down where and there's a Tormentor there too, because Tormentor comes out during DPS.
Yeah.
So we're doing DPS, we ignore the Tormentor, and then if we get bombs right after that, the Tormentor's all up in our face. There's bombs. We're running around avoiding, the way you got to play it is just jump up on the plate and be prepared in case a knight shows up for bombs. But we didn't realize that, and then so we're just running around trying to avoid the bombs while we're trying to take down the knights, and they're a lot chunkier than normal, and the Tormentor's in our face, and we didn't take down the bombs, and they weren't going away, and then there was like a white mechanic.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Sounds really fun, actually, for that challenge at least, because I think that challenge is kind of a little boring.
Yeah, add densities up. The Tormentor being there, not only is he like chasing you and slamming you, he does the whole Nezarec thing where he throws his void bullshit around.
So you get suppressed of your abilities and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
So
But
if you don't time trial the first week, but you time trial the second week, it still counts for the first week?
No.
So you have to do it each week, otherwise you miss your raid title, or you miss your title?
Well,
Oh, you can go back and pick the week you want to run it.
yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
But it's a different set for each week. So what was last week was the Atrax something. This week is Oryx something.
But you still have to do the other 3 bosses or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still running all the same bosses, but it's different.
So they essentially want to suck more time out of the casual player than they're allowing to begin with.
Well, as we've said many times, if you don't have a lot of raid experience, this may not be the thing for you to go into.
But no, a casual player may have time for one raid, but this sounds like it's going to be a lot longer than the average raid.
This
Mm,
don't have experience.
I'm gonna say no on longer than the average raid
How long were you guys in it yesterday?
because
2.5 roughly.
2.5, yeah.
You're already longer
And that
than
was
the
with
average raid.
Yeah,
No.
I would say
That's longer than our average rate. That is not longer than the average rate. There's a difference there.
But also the groups, every group, let's put it this way, every group is going to have a harder time in here than an average raid. So I don't know. I've seen groups this last week that have been spending 5 and 6 hours already and still not passing it.
Yeah.
So we do like to set those expectations, people. It's not to scare you away, but again, it's like I think there's a lot of false information in the community. I don't know why, because Bungie even told us months ago what the power levels were going to be like, but maybe people just didn't know what that meant. But Pantheon is not something you go into just because you want to get the exotic and it's an easier thing than raiding. No, it's a harder thing than a normal raid, even on its lowest level. Now, you can still pick the lowest level, even in these future weeks, and get the few exotic weapons if you need Touch of Malice or the two that were provided.
It was just Touch and Eyes for the first week.
Touch and Eyes. So if you don't have those, you can find a good group. The first week, it's still an option. I know that's something that Gator did because he didn't have Touch of Malice and he really wanted to try this out. But he was even admitting, like, I don't think I'm going to be doing this on any of the other weeks. And whatnot. And it makes sense because it's like, okay, RNG, normal rating, or do something a lot harder, and then you have a guaranteed way to get it. Well, at least with those two weapons, and then they'll do the other weapons later, which will be even harder.
Well, and something you can consider too is you can up your possibility of getting the exotic drop by doing raid challenges. But to really benefit from those challenges, you're doing master content too. So it's like kind of equals out.
Mm-hmm.
But still, the average casual player is probably not going to jump in to do that and have any enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, the main thing that's happening because of all this is there's not any normal raids really happening that I know of in the bot, in just hearing in the grapevine, because the people that raid a lot, of course, we're hopping in this to get it done. The people that don't raid a lot, if they are not in the know, they hop in because they don't know how hard it's going to be, or they're getting picked up into groups that are just getting Sherpas or whatever the reasons. But no one's doing normal raids right now, and I feel bad. Like if someone wanted to, just to like not have a harder thing to hop into, and I'd be willing to help in theory, but all of us are already spending so much time with this. It's like only so much time can go around.
Okay, I'm going to bring you some statistics here for this week as of May 7th. Average runtime of Pantheon is 2 hours.
Okay.
Average runtime of Crota is 1 hour and 25 minutes. Average runtime of Root of Nightmares is 1 hour and 38 minutes. King's Fall is running at 1 hour and 45. Vow is running at 1 hour 39. Vault is running at 1 hour 14. Deepstone is running at 1 hour 17. And Garden is running at 1 hour and 5 minutes for this week for raid completions.
Glad to hear this is only 2 hours. I would have almost expected to be more. And of course, it really just depends. Like we always spend millions of hours just in between encounters working on our loadouts and just bullshitting and stuff like that. But, you know, people wanted to run through it quicker like us. We could, and we probably will on the weekend when we do it again.
Just some tidbit information. That's for like Charlemagne.
Yeah. I mean, that's... Oh, and so that was just through Charlemagne?
Yeah, that was just through Charlemagne.
So that's a fraction of the player base.
Yeah. So,
but still,
it gives you a baseline.
Sample size. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's still not a bad run at it, though.
The other thing that's fun about this is the different loadout changes each week. So this week it was focusing on solar and stasis, whatever, but most people were doing solar. And,
solar, stasis, and what was that called?
Shot caller?
Yeah, shot caller. Yeah, shot caller. So last week we had the class ability bonus.
Class abilities, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which stacked, but I didn't notice if shot caller stacked, but I don't know who else was actually running a kinetic primary.
I don't think I heard that shot caller stacked, although I did read on Reddit today that supposedly you can, especially like caretaker or whatever, you can shoot, and even if it says immune, it may proc shot caller on the boss, like if you shoot him in immune phases.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what people were claiming.
You trust everything on the internet. Come on now.
Right? Trust but verify. No. Sin, what did you think of it this week compared to last week? Like a little harder, a lot harder?
It was a little harder. I do like the mechanic changes. It adds a neat little layer to it.
Hopefully I'll try it this week at some point, but this week fucking sucks for work. So
Sorry to hear
it's
that.
okay. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's work.
Right.
I mean, RNG, like in a perfect world, would you be interested in this if you had the right group or you just don't care at all? Or kind of what are your thoughts just hearing everything we're saying?
I mean, I care about it. I just haven't had the time to put in to do it. So
Sure. Yeah. It's.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having it something to be around that I could go after later instead of it being a limited time event, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, I get kind of why this one's limited time, but bring something back similar soon, Bungie. This is a great idea. There's no reason to not have something like this always in rotation, where again, you can do the raids the normal way, have an RNG chance with an enhanced chance if you do the challenges, or have something like this where it's a bit harder and then you can get a guaranteed exotic drop.
What were the exotics at the end of this week?
It's
Or-
the same.
Nothing. Well,
Or nothing.
If you have them all,
already got-
yeah.
I don't have.
no. There's no quest
don't-
for exotics this week.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Like they showed them, but I think if you didn't do the quest, you could do it, right? If you didn't do it
Right.
the first week,
Yeah, if you didn't pull one last week, you could pull it this week, essentially.
That's what I was wondering because last week I had the two that they were offering. I was wondering if they were offering the
Yeah.
Val one
No,
this week.
yeah.
And supposedly that would
Um,
be the last week. Did you
It'll
hear
be,
Or
yes,
the
the last week.
that? Okay. The hard week. So it's like
Exactly.
I don't know. Like if you don't raid a lot and you're just wanting to get conditional finality, like this may not be the way to get it. But hey,
No,
if you
it's
can find
not.
a good group-
So conditional is it's easy enough to go farm Nezarec when the week's up. Like
Exactly.
you see it all the time. You don't ever see people wanting to go farm Rolk.
I want to do that. I've had
True.
a couple groups that have done it. I just wasn't around when they did it.
And part of that is, I mean, collective obligation is okay. There's nothing like it works really well for certain subclasses. Like Void Hunter works really well with, especially if you run Gear Falcons. But past that, it's just kind of an exotic. If that makes sense.
I'm really interested to see what they change for modifiers or buffs week 3 and week 4.
Yeah.
Although we're still in the middle of it right now. And in fact, I'm going to change my build a little bit where, yeah, having solar healing aids is useful, but I didn't have to crutch on them too much. So I'm going to go to a more offensive build to help with ad control even more. I'm going to do the double Warlock Nade fusion thing, and they were just toasting enemies when I saw other people playing. Because,
Yeah.
of course, solar being the buff.
Solar Surge.
Yep. So I'm going to try and go for that. And Bell was telling me, you may want to consider Heal Clip too with Phoenix Protocol. I'm like,
Heal Clip is good.
Yep, I crafted an Abyss Defiant with Heal Clip and Incandescent. I'll have a good solar build ready to go this weekend. I might do see if I can get a Luna's Howl also, but at least Abyss Defiant's not bad.
Yeah. For the ad density, Abyss Defiant's almost better than a Luna's.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Little
one,
easier
you
to
can
get
craft it. Well, yeah. You can craft it exactly how you want. You're not relying on the RNG drop for Lunas. Because I'm still chasing the Lunas I want for that. But, you know.
All right. Anything else we wanted to say on Pantheon? I mean, it's a thing. It's there. The emblem for this week's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Oryx is a bitch. Well, not so much
Honestly,
him.
Oryx himself is not
No,
bad.
He's nothing, right? He never was. It's just all the minions and the other shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely just kind of like well, okay, we did that.
All right, live update saying you got Archie rescued yet?
No, I haven't poked my head in there yet, but I will.
Thought you were. I'm sorry.
No, not yet.
We can talk about what they told us today in the TWID. There's some interesting things for sure.
There are, actually. Start at the top, I guess. They give us some previews for each class. So playtest previews. Looks cool.
Where they show us Prismatic in action.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sorry. But that's pretty much all they showcase is Prismatic. Which is cool. I haven't watched it, so then they talk about how to earn the exotic class items.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
These
part of a
combo ones, right?
Yep. So
coming out until after the world's first raid is completed.
Class items will be part of a new activity that unlocks after World First at the beginning of week 2.
So not until the second week, no matter what.
Correct.
So the Tuesday following the raid is when it will unlock.
Mark my words, some people that don't understand this, they're going to be complaining on week 1.
I'm sure.
They're like, how come I can't get our exotic class items yet? Fucking time gated. What's going on, Bungie?
Or they're going to be like, they beat the raid. Why is it not working now? Because they don't come out until the next week.
The only information they've given us about the new activity is that it is farmable, and you will get a guaranteed random roll of the exotic class item each time you complete it. So makes me curious to what the activity is and how difficult it's going to be guaranteeing an exotic class item every time.
I know. I'm so interested, and I think it's smart for them to keep it more of a surprise, but is it going to be that rumored 12-player activity? Is it going to be hard or easy or what?
Right.
And I'm a little sad it's not actually, because the implication was it was going to happen once the raid was cleared. But the world's first has nothing to do with it now. It's just going to start at the beginning of week 2. So there you go. Okay.
They go on to talk about the class items themselves and the exotic perks. And this, to me, was a little bit of a letdown, seeing the list of things. There were some things I was hoping for that we did not get, but it makes sense. They talk about how they narrowed it down, how things should balance out and work.
Oh, I should post these lists in our infographics channel also. I know I did with the combination prismatic ability.
And that's something else too, is exotic class items will only work on prismatic.
Yes.
So whatever you were thinking of for really cool builds probably is out the window now, because that's only on prismatic, which will still be cool. But yeah, they also said they're going to change how the original exotic armors function. That way there's still use for those exotics. They give an example of Armamentarium and Six Coyote will gain the ability to create orbs of light when you use your grenade or dodge, depending on the exotic there. So, for the spirit of those, essentially gives it a little added bonus. Like, oh, here's an extra orb, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you guys looked over these lists.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit. I don't really, there's enough in the list that I can't think of too bad they don't have that one yet. But just looking at this really, really quick, I mean, there's a lot of cool combos that there could be, but maybe for the Warlock, I would combine Necrotic. That's the poison thing with maybe Starfire, grenades recharge for empowered weapon damage and empowered weapon final blows granting more energy. Who knows? But
that is an option for Warlock.
Yep.
Am I allowed to go Strand and Arc?
You're just allowed to pick one from column 1 and one from column 2. So you just got to look at the the thing.
Yeah, there's 16 options per class, which a lot of these are the same. Some of them are like strictly, some of them are very strictly per class, and some of them are not. So,
well, of course, that's random too. So we may be doing this forever until we get the combo we want.
But yeah, like I said, there's some of these that I was just a little disappointed with. One I'm actually excited for, kinda, is Spirit of Galanor and Star Eater combo. Like, that just sounds fun. But I'm curious to how well everything will work out. So, some interesting combinations. It's a little disappointing that it'll only work with Prismatic, but it makes sense. Otherwise, it'd be really game breaking. It's already going to be close to it, anyways.
And it's like with all this going on, more so than any other year, like when they released Strand and the Stasis, I really think they're going to have a lot of us on the hook for wanting to stay on Prismatic, at least for a while, because there's so many new things that are going on there.
Well, below all that, they talk about why they limited it so much, because if you're farming for these, you don't want to be farming forever. Because I think it's like 42 combinations total or something like that. There's a pretty large number of combinations per each class. They're going to be making a set of exotic armor balance adjustment with the launch of Final Shape. That's interesting. Including buffs that will impact both the original armor and its spirit version. Okay. And then some of the class item perk combinations might end up being better than you expect. We'll have more to share about exotic armor balance in general in the coming weeks. It's something to look forward to. Like they do every expansion, we get some exotic tuning, which is always nice. That's kind of it on the exotic class item.
Yeah. So again, that second week, I know a lot of us will be excited to hop in that new activity. Check this out. Also, supposedly the second week, if you look on the calendar, is when the first episode starts. So if you count all this together, that second week is going to be just as jam-packed as the first week, let alone for people that don't get the raid done on contest mode, which I'm probably not going to do. We'll be wanting to hit it the second week or third week to actually get it done on normal mode.
Right. And they give us a new, I guess, card on Oryx. Gives us information, like a little bit of lore. It's kind of neat, I guess. They did it last week too. There's the deep sight thing again. So every day from
list of what you can do. Yep.
So that actually kind of makes me curious, because I have all the weapons, so I don't know. But if you could go, the way it's worded is guaranteed deep sight weapon drop upon completion of a seasonal activity. Does that mean if you run different seasonal activities, you get a red ward from that activity?
I think the way I read it was just the first activity of the day. So only one per day, no matter what.
Okay.
Whatever you pick.
And it is on a knockout system.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. So Season of Defiance, Season of the Deep, Season of the Witch, Season of the Wish.
I honestly should go and mess with that.
Yeah,
There are
you
some
should.
red borders that I still don't have unlocked.
Yeah. And look at the list. Like, for example, Season of the Wish, you can do Coil or you can do Rivenslayer. So obviously you're just going to do Rivenslayer a lot quicker to, if you just want to get the red border, and then.
And it's more loot.
Yeah. Season of the Witch, Summoning Pools, and Savathun Spire. I'm trying to remember which of those are quicker. Maybe the Summoning Pools.
I don't remember.
So if I understand correctly, you have to do like that seasonal activity for that red border?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to do that. And whatever you do of any particular day, if you've not done anything yet, you will get a guaranteed red border drop of that activity.
Gotcha.
The first one you do. Daily on rotation. Or not rotation, but daily. You can keep doing it.
Knockout list.
Yep.
0 hour.
Oh, yeah, we're getting close.
Next Tuesday.
So it'd be just like Whisper, 40 on normal, 20 minutes on Legend.
Watch out for Trevor.
You're right. Secret chest available each week to also unlock new additional perks for Outbreak. So that's interesting. If you're looking for exotic catalyst, you'll have to complete 0 hour on Legend. But if you already have the catalyst for the original version, you won't have to earn it again. Okay, so you still yeah. Just like Whisper, go in, do it on normal, do it on Legend. There you go.
Yeah.
New hashtag for Trevor.
What's that?
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell you what to do. Do we? Okay, look. Are we assuming that this one on Legend will be like how it was before? Like, this was different than Whisper. This Legend wasn't just harder enemies the same way. You had to go a different way to do Legend. I wonder if they're going to keep that.
I don't know.
Never.
It was mostly the same way, but there was like a little bit added on, like the last.
Never played it, so couldn't tell you. I got mine out of the wall.
I know, but I'm guessing they're going to keep the extra way, which could be a pain, but we will see.
Yeah.
This one on Legend could be a lot harder than Whisper on Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
The mission itself was harder than Whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to remember struggling getting to that last phase when the original version was out. And it probably also didn't play it as much as I did with Whisper.
We'll be jumping around the corner of the tower sin together.
Right.
In fact, I think it was a carry from Danfinity where I got Legend. And but I didn't. I was still working through the jumping puzzle, and then they passed it.
Yep.
Because they have to they have to run ahead if we're going to get it completed in a carry. But
we talk about the 3 new maps. If you haven't jumped in to do it, they're actually a lot of fun.
Ooh, what's your favorite?
I don't know. Like, I've played them a little bit. I haven't played them enough to really get comfortable with the maps. But each map is definitely different. Like, Sirius Plaza is kind of a very balanced map. Mm-hmm. There's a few lanes. It's got, kind of that mid to far range, and there's also some tight corners to it. Dissonance, which is the terraform pyramid, is more. It's definitely got some long range areas. So, I mean, there's still plenty of places to get in behind cover and run up and shotgun somebody. But then the Eventide Labs is more close up than anything. There's still some range to it. A lot of it's like multi-level tunnels and stuff. Like,
yeah. There's another
it's a lot of fun.
Very similar to with those multi-level tunnels. I forget. But it reminds me of that. And Dissonance was better than I expected. I thought I was going to hate that map, but it's better than I expected. But I don't know. Of course, I like Sirius Plaza the best. It just looks so cool. And
heard a lot of people say that Sirius Plaza reminds them of a Halo map.
I can see that.
Yep.
As long as you don't get the teams like me and Kato got Tuesday. I think we ran to every team that thought they were playing trials, trying to play those maps.
Yeah.
It was to be expected. New maps, the tryhards. Everyone will be in the non-tryhards and the tryhards. I mean, I haven't done much PvP lately, admittedly, but when I was doing this Tuesday during the day, I got mixed in with some teams that seemed like trials teams, and I got mixed in some teams that seemed like total dum-dums. Like, I haven't seen that for a really long time. Like, guys just running. They weren't like AFK, but they were like actually moving and like just kind of like looking at you and then shooting way to the right of your character, like totally missing shots.
Yeah, we didn't
Like-
get those types of teams. Trust me. We got the ones
Like,
that were
I could even
cheating, or
beat those
they're
guys.
yeah. We were getting the ones that either cheated or played trials. Thought they were playing trials. So
Did you have people leaving maps at all?
no, we didn't have nobody leave. We had what was it? One team, Kato, that the guy kept having heavy for his tractor cannon every round.
Yeah.
We're like, how are you have heavy every round? That doesn't work.
Yeah. It was something.
Yeah.
The first time I got killed by tractor cannon, I was like, that's a little odd. And then the third and fourth time, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, we just spawned. How do you have heavy?
Yeah.
Skill issue.
I mean,
Skill issue.
man,
Yeah.
I enjoyed the maps, but I would say the one on Neo Muno was my favorite.
Yeah, the Ceres Plaza. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Having a 3v3 mode back end that's not comp is kind of nice too. Like one that's actually populated. Like just being able to go in, run threes, and not have to worry about your ranking going up or down. Like that's kind of nice.
I wish we had got collision more. We got collision one time, I think, and the whole time we played it trying to get the maps twice. You know, we got collision once.
Yeah.
So.
And in fact, this will be like Trials because they also announced today that this is replacing Trials for the weekend. Keep it going throughout the week.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Oh, the trial players are going to cry and complain.
Always.
And they're going to come in and murk everyone.
Yep.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or they got to go play Gray Zone.
So after the maps.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just finding RNG. My mic was muted, so.
Apparently it's a great time to jump in to Destiny 2. So starting May 7th, running through June 3rd, they have a expansion open access period. So the following content is available to all players. You have Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, and Witch Queen expansions. Year 6 seasons, so Defiance, Deep, Witch, and Wish. So all this last year's seasons are available to everyone. PlayStation Plus members could also claim Lightfall, which is available until June 3rd. And they do note that no matter what expansion you play, all the rewards that you earn during this period are yours to keep forever, no matter if they are exotics, raid weapons, or high stat legendary armor. But when the final shape launches on June 4th, the campaigns for Shadowkeep and Beyond Light, along with the Stasis subclass, will remain available to all players at no additional cost. If you are looking to get anything or everything else that the Shadowkeep and Beyond Light expansions have to offer beyond the campaigns, they will have 2 packs at your disposal similar to the Forsaken pack. The Shadowkeep pack will grant access to weapons, armor, raid, dungeon. I mean, they're all the same thing. It gives you access to the Nightfalls and the GMs. And they're also going to be offering a Legacy collection, which will be Lightfall, Witch Queen, 30th Anniversary, Beyond Light, Shadowkeep, Forsaken. So you'll be able to buy everything all in one go.
Makes it easier, at least.
Yeah.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, basically this also means that stasis for everyone, no matter what, will be free because you can keep stasis, right?
Well, if you play it.
If you play it.
So if you during this 28
time to
yes.
keep it.
Yep. Okay. Essentially. So if you play the Beyond Light campaign or Shadowkeep campaign at any point in these 28 days and actually do that, like if you just load in, claim that, you'll be able to keep it for free.
Yeah.
Like that's how I'm reading it, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they say in the next paragraph when it launches, the campaigns for Shadowkeep and Beyond Light will remain available, but that doesn't necessarily mean will remain available even if you didn't get it before, or remain available
Right.
even going forward.
Yeah, the way I'm interpreting it is, as long as you jumped in and played it in this 28-day period, it'll be available no matter what. But if you didn't, so say you jump in June 4th and you don't have this content, then you will have to buy it.
Yeah. I mean, for most people, again, if you let's just hop in, do that. Basically, it means you can get stasis for good, and then it's even more confusing because if you're on PlayStation Plus gets you Lightfall this month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely one of those things. Yeah, you got to claim it this month. If you don't, too bad. But if you do, you get to keep it as long as you keep PlayStation Plus. So, and that's Lightfall, so that would be Strand and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the Gauntlet is a charity tournament of tabletop games. This is the 10th anniversary for it. The Bungie will have a team, and they're competing for it. Donation gets you an emblem. It's a $25 donation to get the emblem. $100 donation gets you programmer art, hand drawn by the Bungie team. $500 donation gets you a gameplay session with Bungie.
Ooh.
So,
hey Stacy, buy that for me for my birthday. No.
They have a web link in the Twid for it. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. The emblem's okay.
I like the emblem. I'll probably drop down $10 for that.
It's 25.
Oh, I thought they said further down though you can just get the emblem for 10. I don't care about the pin. Oh, this is a different one. You didn't get to the Asian.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not there yet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he got to the one below it yet.
I'm not paying attention. Yeah, this emblem's not as cool.
May is Asian American and Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander month or Heritage Month. So they have an emblem for that. Each purchase of the pin during the month of May, $7 will be donated to this foundation. The ICHS, or International Community Health Services. The donations fund free and low-cost health services for uninsured or underinsured patients, which is cool. Now, this emblem is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The pen's kind of cool. I was looking to see. They give some more statistics about it. So, yeah. The emblem itself will be available with a $10 donation through the Bungie Foundation. All donations received in May will support ICHS, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm going ahead and doing that right now.
Player support report. Ugh. Making the Rounds Triumph is not able to be completed yet because the quest will not complete until the last week. They've changed a emote. Player privacy and safety update. Still working on that, apparently. Parental controls. Yep. Known issues. Players are not receiving rewards from on the secret chest and Shattered Throne. And Spanish version of Revision Zero's exotic perk description is displaying incorrectly. Yeah, that's the only thing notable, I guess. Art. It's pretty good. Pretty interesting. The movie of the week is also quite entertaining if you haven't watched it.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah, can you give us a preview of what it's about, or which one?
Oh, I watched it.
That's
No, I'll watch it. Yeah.
There's two views in it. It's a movie from two different views.
It's
they're
very unfortunate. I will say that.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate what happens. You see it. There's I guess, either a warlock jump and somebody stops and it kills the whole team and they wipe an onslaught. Then you see the view of the guy that stopped to why he stopped, and you see that everybody dies. That's the two movies. Yeah, it's just
I love that,
it's unfortunate what happened, but yeah.
It's one dude messed up his jump. The one guy stopped to turn around to go back and get him and got collisioned off and died. And everybody just wiped.
And the third guy that hit him missed his jump and died. So, yeah.
Sounds like something that could happen to us.
Yep.
So, I had a weird thing today. I went to play Onslaught. I don't know if y'all run into this, and I only had 2 maps I could select. Have anybody noticed that Midtown was gone?
That is a known issue. Yeah, they had
Okay, good. I didn't see it on the known issues on what he was reading, but I was like, where the hell's Midtown? All I had was Moth Yards and Vostok. I was like, when did this happen?
And I believe that's because people were getting stuck at 20 on that map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Bungie, fix your game.
Right.
Onslaught was working fine. I don't know what broke it this week until that, but they had to remove it. But
I hit max level with Shaq, so I got my super black, so I'm good now.
Nice.
I just need to get that Tormentor boss at level 50. I can't get that to spawn. And I'll have all of them done.
I'm surprised you haven't. I mean, Bungie has a hard on with Tormentors right now. They're all over in Pantheon.
That's the third one. That's the third boss I need to spawn.
I was missing the ogre.
Yeah.
I kept getting
the Tormentor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was missing the ogre. I kept getting the fallen one like all the time. Or
whatever.
No, the overgrown vandal.
The guy that runs around everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand, but yeah, that's the one I get most of the time too.
Onslaught after this?
No.
Live update.
I'm disabling jammers where we first found our light.
Ooh, sounds like you're getting the Arctic quest done.
Yep, he is.
You mean when you first refound your light?
Yeah. That.
Yep, that.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else about the TWID? And I have a question for Rodimus. If you're still alive.
TWID is done.
Other games. What have you been doing? I know you haven't had much time. Did you hop into Gray Zone at all? Oh. I guess I should have made sure he was still here.
Bueller.
Yep, sorry, my mic was muted.
All good.
I'm eating at the same time.
Your
Sorry.
mic also magic.
You did not. I did not give you a warning. You were up, but you were up. So.
I am up. No, I've been playing Gray Zone with Bell, Monkey, Negatory. It is very taxing on your rig right now until they do the optimization because it's still in early play testing.
Okay.
It is very unforgivable. It's very realistic. If you get shot in the head, you're dead. There's no second shot coming. It's very methodical. You have to be very think out your moves ahead of time. Now I've not tried the PvP portion of it, just the PvE. It's got some cool features. It needs some work still. On the servers are a little hard right now on people. Overall, I got probably 40 hours into it, and I'm enjoying it. So,
right on.
It's got quests you can do, and you can pretty much strip the gun down part by part, build the gun part by part. Your inventory is managed by slots. You have weight. If you get shot in the arm and you're bleeding, you have to use the right first aid kit or first aid supplies to stop the bleeding. Otherwise, you'll bleed out. If you jump too far down a cliff, you'll break your legs. So it's very realistic. It's pretty fun.
Who makes this and what's the cost?
It's $35 right now. It is made
Not bad.
by. Let me see who makes it. Looking.
No worries. Another thing that I'm very intrigued in, and this has been catching a little bit of steam. I see like Glad and other people have been streaming it, but
Is it also on Steam?
yes.
Yes.
Therefore, it's catching some steam.
Oh,
God.
boo.
Boo.
You said it, not me. I'm just saying.
No, you said the lame joke. I just said
No,
the
you said it's
conversation.
catching steam, and I said, "Is it also on Steam?" And you said yes.
Well, I didn't mean it that way. Anyways,
Somebody kick him from the podcast.
V Rising. Anyone hear anything about that?
No, I haven't.
The vampire
Oh,
Diablo game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a game like Diablo though. It's more like a PvP type. You can do PvE in it also.
You guys were talking about this the other
This
day,
looks
weren't you?
amazing. Yeah, dude, check it out. And so far it has amazing reviews. It's this game that's been in development for like 2 years and had early access, but they finally went 1.0 yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And so supposedly added a bunch of stuff, and it's just like it's doing really good.
To answer your question, Kingsley, Mad Finger Gaming.
Mad Finger Gaming. Okay.
So they've been working on this game for a couple of years. If you can run like full steam on your rig, it is very, very detail oriented as far as like the grass, the dew, the weather, stuff like that. So
Yeah. And this is by Sunlock Studios, and it's coined as an RPG action adventure game. So it does have the RPG elements to it, but it's definitely kind of like action adventure also, and a survival game too if you're going to do the PvP part of it.
I just signed up
And
for
hey,
a
you can
beta
be-
test. Hope I'm getting in it for a different game too. It is called. Let me pull it up here.
No, honestly, we're getting closer and closer to June 4th.
Yeah,
so
that's
there's
where
still
it's gonna
lots
be
going on in
focused.
Destiny.
X-Born.
But
yeah.
X-Born.
It's a third-person extraction shooter set in apocalyptic U.S., transformed by extreme forces of nature. I think this is going to be Xbox version of Helldivers.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
What was it called?
X-Born.
X-Porn?
So I'll send you the link.
This game just came out on Game Pass today. It's called Big City Little Kitty on Game Pass. It looks interesting.
Wow.
It's just, it's
That's
you're
unfortunate.
you're
naming.
just this little. You're a little cat, just running around the city.
So it's Stray
you are.
all over again.
Yeah, it's Stray, but it's only on Xbox. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if it's on the same level as Stray, but I mean it's on Game Pass. I haven't downloaded or tried to play it, but
Just curious about any other games anyone was like looking for. I mean, again, I know I probably and this month is staying busier than I wanted it to. I don't even know if I have time to like take a little trip or anything. I was gonna plan that for May, but I guess with them spacing out 0 Hour and Pantheon taking up so much time, I didn't even expect we'd be trying multiple times a week, but I guess it makes sense, especially with pickup groups and other things helping people out. I've been staying pretty
Right.
busy.
I'm going to the beach next week, so
Yeah, that sounds fun actually.
mm-hmm. Wife has a work trip, and if she don't go, she don't get paid because dental conference. But the family gets to come, and it's paid for. So I'm going.
Nice.
Be the first days I've had
Nice.
off since. Be the first days I've had off from work since New Year's. So
I just took some time off requests for work. I'm like, I need some time.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
having today off for my son's college graduation was nice. Just one day off, it was like, God, this is nice. You know.
Well, cool. And anything else interesting with let's see, upcoming discussions on the DPS podcast?
I am in the process of editing it right now slowly. I decided to
So TBD.
take a nap earlier today when I got home from work instead of editing, so it's gonna be a couple days late. We just kind of just bullshitted. We talked about Grey Zone a little bit. Kind of just talked about the Helldivers drama that was going on.
Oh yeah,
We did our top 10 of the top 10 Nickelodeon shows of all time.
Ooh.
So
nice.
some of them we were kind of having discussions on, like what was bullshit and what was not. So they actually did pretty well. They did pretty well with it. Better than most lists.
Ren and Stimpy
was not in the top 10.
Oh,
I'm sure you can guess number one.
Hannah
Rugrats.
Montana.
No, neither one.
He said Nickelodeon, not
Nickelodeon.
Disney.
Oh yeah,
SpongeBob was number one.
Oh,
Oh,
What was
Lame.
iCarly?
iCarly was number 10, I think. So they had some good mix in old and new. So they blew through it pretty good. But I think next week's going to cause some drama. So
Drama.
It's your top 10 for
it's
next
going to be
week.
food related.
Oh, Lord.
That can always cause drama.
So they're still pissed off
Salsa
about
verde.
the French dip army sandwich. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like that triggers Bale like every time.
I think
I mean, it's fair.
it
like,
triggers danger more than anyone else, though.
Yeah. I agree, though.
So, but no, we're hanging out there. We're doing pretty well as far as our statistics. But I've not been one to like deep dive into them a lot. It's just more of this. We're having fun doing it and talking.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Who cares statistics? I only see mine occasionally because of like on the website I post to, and even then I don't care. And then, but I never look at like other things too much. Like, once a year, I like, oh, I guess people were listening from this country.
That's what I like to see. I like to see the country list. I
Yeah.
really don't care about like how many listens per
Yeah.
episode. The weirdest one I've gotten has been a Belize one. So
Mm.
'cause the other ones like,
Interesting.
yeah, it's what it was interesting. The rest of them I can peg out who they are based on where they live and knowing who they are in the community. So
Yeah, West Virginia listeners are pretty weird too. You can fake those ones out.
those Carolina boys you got to worry about.
oh, jeez.
You got plenty of them on your podcast.
Yes, I do.
What do you want me to do about it?
So
Awesome. Well, let's close this up in case we're going to do any after show or any gaming. But this was, good stuff to talk about. We're going to have more and more every week, and seriously, it's going to be a whirlwind as we lead up to Final Shape. So
close.
So close, yet so not so far. I don't know where I was going with that. So close, sin can
I
taste
mean,
it.
we only have 25 days
verdict.
left of the season.
Yeah,
I know.
Remember when your counter was way up?
Yes.
We haven't
It was in
done
the
number
hundreds.
for a while. It's not
Yeah.
as interesting. Well, it's interesting now, but it's like
Yeah.
it's
Now it's
not a
getting
funny high
now it's
number.
getting smaller and smaller. It's not like it's getting smaller by
Yeah.
like 10. It's getting
Yeah, it's not like 100
Yeah.
blah blah high 100s or All right.
Yeah.
Well, with that, thanks everyone. Really appreciate everyone that shows up for the show. Listeners, people that listen, we really appreciate all our hosts here. RNG, you're awesome. Anything you want to talk about, people, how they can find you?
You just find me through, you find me on X and the Discords.
Awesome. All the Discords, right?
Pretty much. Do I pay attention to them all? Not really, but
Doing nothing
Sure.
but always there in behind the
Exactly.
scenes. You never know.
you just gotta tag them.
if you don't tag me, I won't see it. I can promise
Yeah.
you that, because usually early in the morning I'll go through. I have all my Discords in a folder, and I right click the folder and say mark all as read after I read what I want to.
Yeah.
And then let it start over.
Even then, when you tag them, it takes some hours to respond. So
Yeah, I'm too damn busy.
Yeah.
Or it depends on what I get tagged in. Do I really care to
Oh,
respond?
no, I was tagging you in the one day I was attacking Brittany a little bit.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it. I just let it go.
Well, Rodimus, really appreciate having you here, even though you were tired.
Oh, no
So,
problem.
thank
I
you
actually
for coming.
got a notification on my phone like the stage went live. I'm like, oh shit, it's 9:00.
Yes. We're just starting no matter what. Maybe. At least as long as a few people are here.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to message Rodimus, be like, "You coming?"
I mean, I was sleeping, so I would have got the notification. I would have rolled over. So it's been a week. So
We love when everyone's here, and we have no qualms if someone can't make it. So we're chill either way.
I have qualms.
Except I will yell at Sin if he doesn't make it.
Pretty much.
Sin's the only one we'll yell at if he don't make it. It seems like
Sin's the only one. We won't yell at Kato
Yeah.
either. Kato thinks we're making it.
Yeah.
Another week.
About time you did something, Kato.
What? Sin, what else can you say before we leave? Because, the live update's not enough. I feel like we need you to say something else.
I mean, I'm doing a coil right now, so I can finish out the title for the season because I have not done that yet, and I'm missing
What a pleb.
it's really dumb stuff. Like I need to do some tier 2 stuff, like whatever that is. Buy tier 2 improvements for coil, complete a couple pathways apparently or whatever. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I never did all my ribbons wishes. I still got to run prophecy for like 3 of them.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of those either. Oh well. Kingsley
Yes.
of chocolate chip ice cream with mint. Take us out.
Yes, you can find me all the places as Kingsley Mac, and now with the new emblem supporting the foundation that Kato mentioned, Asian and Pacific Islander. There we go. AANHPI Heritage Month. But this is a cool emblem. I challenge everyone to donate some money so they can get this emblem also. Other than that, you can find out all the information about our show through our lovely website. What is that website, Sin?
The best hub on the net. Thebesthub.net. It's thebesthub.net.
TheGuardianHub.com.
The best hub on the net.
I was trying to mix it up. I was going to say it. Anyways, it's all good. I love you, Sin. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We really appreciate you, and we will catch you all again next week. Have a good one.
Bye.
Later.
peace.